others for a chance at a normal life, from the Special Olympics to representation at the state legislature. The special needs community is an important part of the Rio Grande Valley. Today, we meet with a small group out of the Los Fresnos Port Isabel area. They go by Capable Kids Foundation of the Lower Valley, and what they lack in resources, they make up with hard work and determination. Their mission is to encourage and help build a network that is an integral part of the community. They're dedicated to improving the quality of life for individuals of all ages with disabilities and their families. It's a growing nonprofit with big ambitions. They participate in walks, coordinate a prom, teach their kids to fish, created a cheer squad, and host a wide variety of activities, all with one goal in mind: to include those with disabilities in everyday society. This year, a big accomplishment for the organization as they opened their first office after years of operating out of their home. On this episode of Inside RGV Politics, we meet one-on-one with an advocate for the organization for more on the special needs community and their needs in the Rio Grande Valley.
We're basically run by volunteers, and getting the community out there to help, once they see them, it's almost addictive. Like, you want to help again, because to see how you can make a difference in their lives. And we have, I call them all kids. I mean, some of them are young adults, and we have one young adult, I think she's around 27, and she's one of our Sparks cheerleaders, because we have a cheerleading group we do too. And normally our ages are 4 to 25, other than proms that can go older. Some of our like Easter events, things like that, go younger. But she was a little bit just above what the normal age is that we do for our cheerleaders. And I said, no, let her do it, because she's never in her life had an opportunity where she could be a cheerleader, and she loves it. And you know, we're doing it for them. We want them to have a full life. And at the same time, it brings their families in. It gives their families, you know, that missing thing that they've, you know, you always dream for your kids. Oh, one day I'm going to see them play ball and do all these great things. And, you know, when you have a kid with a disability, sometimes you don't have those opportunities. And now they do have those opportunities. And to see the parents cheering them on, and they bring the whole families out, and it makes me tear up. But, I mean, honestly, they have so much to offer us, and we have so much we can learn from them. But first, we need to bring them out of their shell and give them an opportunity. So that's, to me, what it's all about.
Do you think the special needs community is well represented in South Texas?
It's getting there, but there's a lot of room to be better represented. Even in the school districts, there's a lot of room for improvement. And some school districts are really stepping up and doing great things, and others, they kind of need to wake up and realize that these kids do have a right to an education. They have a right to participate, and they need to make sure that they get those same type of opportunities that all students get. And I know, you know, locally, you know, dealing with city politicians, things like that, I know in the Upper Valley, because they've been around a little bit longer, that a lot of the people up there, they really are getting to see what Capable Kids does, and including us in their events. You know, Edinburgh and McAllen, things like that, they have, you know, races, and they make their events Capable Kids friendly, and that's what we're trying to do down here too. So when there is a race, hey, let's do something modified in there so our kids can also participate. And I mean, we have kids doing 5Ks and 10Ks. You know, they might be a little bit slower, they might need some assistance, but they love it, and they love getting the medal at the end and having people cheer them on. And so my goal is, you know, as we go on here, I want to meet with the mayors, the city councils, and let them know that we are here, and we're here to serve the community. You know, we would love to bring our kids even to one of your meetings so you can get to see who they are. But keep us in mind when you have city events. We would love to participate. Our Sparks cheerleaders, and we have boys and girls, part of our Sparks team, they love to get out there at community events.
How much need is there in South Texas for the special needs community?
You know, I've heard estimates. I think there's estimated around 10,000 special needs individuals here just in the, you know, southern part of Texas. And so, I mean, we're just reaching, you know, a small fraction of that right now. There's a huge need, and I know I go to different events, and we have our table there, and we meet with parents, and they first learn about us there, And, I hear these stories over and over that there's never been anything for their kids to participate in. And if there is something, usually they can't really do it because of their kids' behaviors or things like that. And we are non-disability specific, which means that we work with individuals with really varied disabilities. It could be cognitive, physical, autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, a little bit of everything. And our families are used to seeing, maybe a meltdown or a kid just really having a panic attack, things like that. We're prepared for that, and we're kind of used to handling that too. And so we want them to know this is a safe place that you can come, and nobody's going to be looking at you and judging you. And I think that's what keeps a lot of parents kind of keeping their kids away from families, or just, from people in general, is they don't want those stares. And they're not going to get those stares. They're going to get the smiles, they're going to get the compassion, and they're going to get the help that they need. And we always try to have a lot of volunteers, kind of more than we need, so that way if somebody really needs just one-on-one help, they've got it.
Finally, for someone that has never heard of you or doesn't understand why the special needs community needs the attention, what would you say to them?
Well, think about your Friday night football games that you go to, and everybody's out there cheering. And when was the last time that you saw, a kid with a wheelchair out there, or a kid with Down syndrome playing football? It's very, very rare. But those opportunities just are not there right now for our kids, and they need to be.
Thank you for joining us. If you missed part of today's show or would like to see more of Inside RGV Politics, check out our website. That's kveo.com. I'm your host, Alfredo Cuadros. Have a wonderful day.